COA about to begin? Let's begin. Welcome back, guys, and Happy New Year, as this is the first video of the year. Let's talk about what we're getting this week. This week, we're getting the Snow Festival. It's only a small mini event. It's only going to bring along really two things. It's going to bring along an acrobat-themed event portrait that you can get by participating in the event. I don't really know what you have to do, but that's all we know. And we'll also see in the store the return of the emote Throws Snowball for Mercenary, Mind's Eye, Magician, and Perfumer. We're also getting the Call of the Abyss 7 registration event beginning on January 4th. In this event, I don't really know when we'll be getting all of these rewards, if they will happen over a longer period of time, or if some of them will be available on the day of release of the patch. But we know that during this kind of registration event, there will be different rewards that we can get. The A tier Professor skin Emergency Transport, the B tier Entomologist skin Unknown Visitor, the B tier Pet Fungal Specimen, 20 COA Essences, and A tier Professor Accessory Portable Burner, and even more rewards. I'm showing them on the screen right now. Of course, this week we're also getting the final push event that is the last week before the new season, meaning you'll get extra logic points and stuff like that. I believe that this week, according to a Q&A that NetEase gave us, we'll be getting a new feature that will be added where you can separate the effects of an accessory from the actual accessory itself. Let's say you have the recently released Night Watch accessory that kind of changes his abilities to like a snowy wind effect, and you don't really like the appearance of the accessory itself, but you do like the effects. I believe now you'll be able to mix and match an accessory, so maybe you like one of his other B tier accessories and you'll be able to put the effects onto that B tier accessory so you can have a different kind of fashion than somebody else. I don't really know exactly how it's going to work, but I believe that will be releasing this week, according to NetEase at least. This week, we might also see the release of tons of adjustments for characters such as Evil Reptilian that should be able to get infinite jumps as long as he has enough energy to do those jumps. We'll see Persona Web adjustments for Undead. We'll see minor changes to Gamekeeper's animations and improvements for his trap placement, and a couple of other adjustments as well. Not really sure if they're coming this week or the following week, but I believe they should be this week, as usually NetEase releases them the week before the new season. What we do know about this week is we're getting 2 more character days, and that is on the 2nd of January, we're getting Soul Weaver's character day, and on the 3rd of January, the very next day, we'll be getting Enchantress's character day. Let's talk about what we're getting from the future, because we're getting quite a lot. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a rundown and some more COA event information. We're going to see the return of different items, including COA 3, COA 4, COA 5 and COA 6 essences that I believe you'll be able to spend your inspirations on. In the store, we'll see the return of the A tier skins Vile Blossom for Dancer and Repairman for Wildling. In the Spyglass store, we should see the return of Postman's A tier skin, I believe, Paperboy, Batter's A tier skin Paratrooper, and the B tier skins for Naiad Senior Assistant and Guard 26's Easter Egg Carriage from previous COAs. NetEase is also giving us special portraits depending on how well you perform during the COA event. So if you sign up or your team signs up for the COA event and you do really well, maybe you get into the tournament itself, you'll be getting a special event portrait. And if you perform okay, maybe your team just participates enough to be able to get to a certain level, you'll get a different portrait. I believe there are 6 different portraits that you can get, depending on which tier you reach during the event. We got a better look at the skins that are coming next season, so in a couple of weeks' time, for the COA Essence. We got to see the names, for example, for Feaster's S tier skin that's called Lord of Calamity, Antiquarian's skin Myology, that's an A tier, Psychologist's A tier Doomsday Rescuer, and Patient's A tier skin Rare Case. We also got to see which characters getting B tier skins, and those include Aeroplanist, Clerk, Journalist, Disciple, and Lucky Guy. And we also, I believe, have an A tier skin that is for Composer that is, I think, similar to how we have Vile Blossom and Repairman that are like ones you'll be able to purchase in the store. And this Composer skin is called Pioneer Research. We also got a clearer look at the rank accessories that we'll be getting next season, so in a couple of weeks' time. And those are the S tier accessory for Violinist called Burning Movement, the A tier accessory for Novelist Crime Scene Simulation, and the A tier accessory for Cheerleader called Cheer. They all look really cool. We don't know what the effects are, but I believe those will probably be releasing this week, maybe even the day of the release of this video. NetEase did a recent Q&A, and I'm not going to talk about all of the questions that they answered, but I will talk about some of the things that they mentioned, and I'll do it as fast as possible. We're getting some upcoming skins. Cowboy will be getting a new skin after next season, apparently. I believe that will be the season that's coming up. For the White Valentine's Day event, we'll be getting the skins Layla and Majnun that I believe are for Patient and Psychologist returning, and Antiquarian's Champion skin will be available in April. well. They're adding new options to hide nicknames in recordings that should be available this month. I don't know if it was meant to be December, but I believe that will probably actually be for January. The option to show random skins in the profile is under consideration. It would be cool to be able to have a certain selection of skins that you could kind of cycle between in your profile. And the waiting time while selecting characters is probably going to be shortened in specific modes such as Frenzy Rhapsody and Hide and Seek. As the holiday season is slowly coming to an end, you're probably playing quite a lot of Identity V, and a lot of people have been complaining about ping issues, so you should watch the video that's on the screen right now if you want to improve your game in Identity V the best way that you can without having to complain to NetEase.